I'm gonna do some bow hunting. I'm gonna do some bow hunting as soon as I'm allowed to own a bow again. So maybe I'll kill some things and put them on the wall.
My stream was asking about that. Here was their idea. FPS Russia returns with bows. Explosive bows. And I was like, I don't know if you can, but if you can, I love it. You know, we can create a whole new YouTube genre.
Oh, my friends, unfortunately, we are now limited in our content. Tune in next time for kind of explosive blowgun. Yeah. Wow, do you hear those? Using snappers on the ground to try and throw things.
Oh, I got a little shrapnel.
Dangerous stuff there. Now watch. You may not be able to see explosion. That is because it's methane gas.
It's because it's daytime.
Yeah. If I were going to do something like that, and I'm not, the trick would be air guns. Because like you might think BB guns at Walmart, but they make these outrageous air rifles that shoot like 1,000 feet per second and shoot high caliber projectiles. So you can shoot like 50 caliber, 45 caliber projectiles at firearm speeds out of these ridiculous air rifles. And you can even get these air rifles that shoot arrows, and those are even more outrageous.
That's awesome.
I was at a gun show one time, or actually a machine gun shoot, and this guy had this. It was like an over and under shotgun. You know, it breaks down in the middle, and instead of putting shells in it, you put arrows in it, and this thing would shoot a fucking arrow like 900 feet per second.
How far would it go?
I don't know. I don't know how far it could go, but like it. So like a standard like compound bow, like a good compound bow is shooting like 300 feet per second. At least last time I was shooting them, maybe they're up to 330 now. And that's with like a 65, 70 pound draw. But this thing with compressed air out of this shotgun, and it's not a shotgun, it's an air gun that looks like a shotgun, is shooting these fucking bolts, these arrows, like 950 feet per second. I would guess it would shoot several hundred yards, like 300-400 yards.
That's
at least.
Is that technically bow hunting still? Or
no. There's real specific laws about what you can shoot deer.
So this was a shotgun shell that you could put an arrow in the front.
It was compressed air. But the form factor was that of a over and under shotgun.
I did a video once years ago, and basically I took a big knife. I cut apart a shotgun shell and showed people how it worked because they're Call of Duty players. They have an interesting gun, but maybe not much knowledge about it. It's like, here's what a shell's actually like, and here's what's inside it, and this is the gunpowder, this is the thing, and this is what makes it go. You can do this, and I disassemble it, and like that with this part of it, this is the wadding. You can put anything you want in here. You could grind up some utensils in your blender and shoot those. You could put an arrow. And CNN got mad and ran a story about me. And it was like, the fuck? I finally get attention, and I didn't get any new subs.
Fake news from start to finish. You were teaching self-protection.
Exactly. How to shoot.
I've done that. Yeah, I've done exactly what you're talking about. Because, you know, we always loaded our own shotgun shells. So we put all kind of things in there. We would put, I don't know, it's there's a plant in the South called poke salad, which is like this weed that some poor people eat, but it makes these little berries that are like bright purple. We'd load shotgun shells up with those and shoot each other with them.
Yeah.
Kind of
how? So the wadding, that's what it's called, right? The little plastic tray in there.
Wadding, packing, yeah.
Okay. How far does that have to go before it stops really hurting people?
Shit, I don't know. It goes pretty fucking far. It goes like, well, I guess 15, 20 yards. And then it really starts like fluttering off because the way it's shaped, it's literally shaped like my hand is right now, like this sort of like you're about to fist someone. And for those who are audio only, imagine that someone's fisting someone and they're going to the classic fisting hand.
Oh, I've been doing it wrong all this time.
I've just been giving her the old 1-2. And man, she hates it. You know, the waddings are shaped like this. It's this little cup that the shot sits in, and it's made so that when it comes out, these flaps that my fingers are representing catch the wind, and they just go poof. And then so much drag catches it that it falls away, and the shot continues, out in a nice little grouping. But we'd shoot each other with those, for the hell of it, like paintball, but with real guns.
Yeah, we didn't shoot anyone at all in New Jersey.
I doubt that. I've seen the news.
It was very sick.
You're right. Well, we did the knives, of course. No, I'm trying to show a picture of like the inside of a shotgun shell to everyone, but I'm not finding what I want. I tried. Viewers?
Give it the old college try.
Yeah, I feel like the topic's shifting.
I can help, probably. What's cool is that they make shotgun shells that are clear.
Ooh,
So instead of being...
So chat, I call everyone chat now. If you're watching this, here's like the gunpowder. This is what propels it. This C thing, I think that's what I'm calling the wadding. It's like a bit of a plastic tray. And then these BBs in front are the shot. So what happens is you can sort of take the end off, remove these BBs, and put anything you want in there. That's kind of what the video showed. And this, I was asking Kyle, it's labeled C in the picture. Like, how far does that go and still hurt you? 15, 20 yards-ish.
Here's a good, I don't know what you're showing them, but this is a pretty informative image.
Yeah, that's in the same
That is helpful.
class. But hopefully this works.
Yeah. I loaded, when I was 5 years old, or 4 years old, I was loading shotgun shells with my dad. So we were always working with this stuff.
I think
But yeah, you can put other stuff in there. It could be dangerous though, obviously. You know, it's a controlled explosion. You can blow a shock. I've seen shotguns blow up.
I don't understand how shooting in water works, right? Like, I if I understand it right, I could take a Glock, completely submerge it, get everything all wet, and it would shoot underwater. And it wouldn't go very far, but it wouldn't like explode. On the other hand, if I took a shotgun, put the business end in the water and shot it, it would Elmer Fudd like explode on the end.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know why.
So it's because you have a large volume of air within the shotgun barrel for one thing, and you have a much larger volume of gas and that's being created by a shotgun shell versus a pistol bullet. And also with the Glock barrel, it's and the shotgun barrel is very thin gauge metal. It's prone to a banana peeling apart. But with a Glock barrel, with the Glock, you have the opposite of each of those factors. You have a thick, heavy barrel. You have the pistol usually just completely submerged in the water, so there's no air. It's just water. And you have a pistol bullet, usually 9mm, that's not creating nearly as much gas. You know, but yeah, I've shot my Glock. Just put the whole Glock under the water, bloop, 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 and pull it out, shake it off, and it's fine. You don't even. I've heard people be like, "Yeah, you need the Glock with." There's a special part that's meant for underwater shooting. I can't remember what it's called, a cup seal or something like that.
How far away can you kill someone underwater?
In 6 inches.
It's really? It's shorter than you.
So it's really not helpful.
6 inches might be. So they did a
The bullet just goes nowhere.
Mythbusters on this. And 9mm in particular, I think went nearly the farthest. But nearly the farthest was like 2 or 3 feet. 50 cal, which you might think like is a real rocker, only went a few inches.
Yeah, the more velocity, the worse for traveling underwater because it's going to peel itself apart.
Maybe it was a 45 that did really well. But I
think it was the 9mm Full Metal Jacket that did the best, the way I remember the Mythbusters thing going. But they don't go far at all. They don't go far at all.
Oh, and by the way, if it goes 3 feet, the last foot is like you could catch it with your hand and see it. Like it's not going fast.
Yeah, you just need, all you have to do is look at the density of water compared to that of air, and you quickly realize why this is so. They do, however, Taylor, make weapons that are meant to be fired underwater. And they're not firearms. There's this Russian weapon that fires these like metal darts using like firearm cartridges. It's a gun, but it's shooting like a long metal dart, which is very good at cutting through the water. And those are terrifying. It's got this magazine that comes out the bottom and sort of like rolls across. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. They're nutty.
Yeah, I just watched a clip of the slow-mo guys shooting I think it's a 9 underwater. And yeah, you're right. Within like a foot of it coming out of the barrel, it's like topsy-turvy, flipping on itself, clearly slowing down.
Yeah, I didn't understand. You know how they say like, hey, you jump out of a plane, the water might as well be concrete. And I'm like, why? Like, I don't get it. But now I do. And the deal is water doesn't compress. It needs to move out of the way. It only moves out of the way so quickly. And that's why it's such a problem to hit it so fast.
Yeah, specifically with that, it's the surface tension that you're breaking.
By the time this like little 9 bullet is 5 feet away from the gun, it's like sinking, like you dropped a rock.
Yeah, so this is that Russian underwater weapon I was talking about, and just to the left of
bullet,
the magazine is the round. The cartridge, the part housing the powder, I would assume, is the back part of it, and then the rest of it is the projectile.
You can
pretty nutty.
If you look really carefully, there's kind of a vertical line just past.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, where I think you're right. I think it shoots off from this part.
Yeah, super cool. I would imagine that they had like some sort of fucking scuba diving commandos rocking these.
I wonder how far they work too. It's like, we go from 1 foot to 20.
20 would be huge though. If the other guys had a knife, which would be the scenario. That's a thing in Rust. Now, I know I keep going back to Rust, but I'm obsessed with it right now. But like, you have to know so many like nitty gritty details. So like, if you ever get in a fight and you're both in the water, guns don't work anymore. So you've got to have a melee weapon. So there are these underwater melee fights because that's the only way to do it. And it's fucking hilarious. There's a new way to build bases underwater. I think we're gonna do that this wipe. Have a fucking hidden base on the bottom of the ocean with our goodies hidden under them, so people can't take them from us anymore.